The messages I want to bring to the forum today is that basically I think the organizations, any kind of organizations in the world at this moment doesn't have a choice in thinking in a much broader sense on how to identify talent, develop talent and retain talent inside organizations. There shouldn't be any system or processes or criteria that would prevent finding the right talent in an organization. Yet what we've seen until now is that dominantly young male potentials have found their way to the leadership pipeline, whilst if you know that 60% of university graduates are female. There are some things that are going wrong, and that can be corrected quite quickly and efficiently. That needs to happen as soon as possible. That's one of the messages, and which will make a difference, according to me, between companies that are highly attractive or organizations that are highly attractive to any kind of talent, and also which will demonstrate itself in being then much more higher performing than their competitors. I think one of the main challenges is that there's not enough men present at women leadership conferences, and it's not about only trying to preach to the already converted. It's the male dominant coalition at this moment in top leadership positions that needs to become aware and persuaded of the need to change. They won't change from themselves or out of themselves. On the contrary, if they don't do anything and we just let them do, then they'll try to clone themselves as much as possible. But that's economically, intelligently, rationally, and also on the basis of ethics, a completely wrong choice. How can we change the mindset of men? I think in two ways. Certainly, big lines is to show them that women have understood now how the system works and are showing the defaults in the system, and they're showing also that the system and the processes should change. Second point is my true belief that in order for the male leadership group, the current leadership group, to change, they should feel pain. I don't expect them to change automatically, or that suddenly by magic they become aware that they need to change. I think the competition, the economical situation, the demographical situation, and eventually also the fact that there should be quota enforced on them will make it necessary for them to change or to die like the dinosaurs. I think my company faces its own challenges. We have about 70% of women working in our organization. And the percentage, however, on leadership levels is not high enough. I think we have about 15 to 18% of women in leadership roles. I used to have a European president who was a woman, but now she's gone. So we need to continuously develop our high potentials inside our own organization also. What we are doing is basically looking at it from a very technical point of view, measuring competencies. We don't have an age restriction, which makes it possible for high potential women also in their 40s, when they have more time to spend on their career, to come back and make a career even further. And I think that's a very important point. And on the other hand, what we try to do as a consulting company is, of course, trying to improve the systems inside many organizations who are clients. I think we have to enforce quota. I think we have to enforce them nationally. But I also think that it should be with a time rule. So it needs to be a transitionary quotum to be used, so that at a certain moment when we have a gender balance, that we can let go. But then it will not fade away. It will only enforce itself without having necessarily a law to guide the common sense of everybody.